trying to get together and build something, make something from the ground up. It feels good.
I know there's not many organs for Hispanic communities, you know, coming in. How is that going to affect me?
I had like this, whoa, this is insane kind of moment of like, I think I can do this. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. I have no idea how to do it, but I'm going to learn and try to do it.
I just tried to think about people that have to battle with that every day. I tried to put how I feel about them going through that into my work.
When you see people who are passionate about what they're working on, it just lights fires in everybody else to be like, yeah, I want to learn about that. That seems so cool.
This is a huge network of inspiration. At the core of the eXpressions program are the high school student interns doing research at the Cleveland Clinic over the summer. They get inspired by their mentors. They come back to their respective schools and they inspire the rest of the students from that work that they did.
The one thing I enjoyed the most is because the inspiration aspect and like how challenging it actually is.
The research was how music could make people more susceptible to donate organs. When I first started the project, I was stressed out because I didn't know what I was going to do. If it was going to come out right, if what I had envisioned was going to, look correct.
Normally they don't think of research as creative, that they can use it as a palette or a jumping start. It's kind of a destination to get to rather than a means to a different end.
And it was open-ended. It was you go and find something that from there you can do some analysis from. So it really gave them some ownership of what we were doing.
My project was patients with heart failure. My grandma, she had died because of heart failure. That's how I picked it.
Ten years ago in high school, it was kind of a new idea to integrate any subjects together, and I found that really exciting.
eXpressions comes in and it's like the air is all sucked out of the room and then it's all blown back in there because it's like, oh my God, I got to pick some type of research. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then all of a sudden, hey, I found 3 things and these are the ideas that I have.
I'd never done anything based on medical research before, so it was kind of freeing, which I didn't expect.
The more we can make those connections in a school environment, the more chance they're going to have success doing it later. We can't just compartmentalize learning and expect them all of a sudden to get out there and make those connections. I think we have to be more intentional, and programs like this are exactly that.
It unleashes curiosity for multiple disciplines, but also this questioning, like, why am I doing this? Why am I choosing this? Why did they choose this?
It was definitely challenging, but it was a new way that I was able to take that information from the math class that you sit down and you're like, well, how am I actually going to use this? I was able to bring that into this project and say, okay, well, this is how I can apply this to something that happens every day.
A lot of kids hate science, and that's what, to me, the best part of eXpressions is that you can hate science and do this program and then all of a sudden feel like you're a scientist and you're an artist, which is amazing. You just get this incredible confidence and you're like, maybe I could be a scientist.
I think programs like eXpressions are important because a lot of times, especially in high school, they haven't been able to use the right side of the brain and they don't feel like they're creative anymore. And they'll sit there and they'll look at something, well, I can't do this, I'm not creative. And they really are.
When we talk about deep learning, where students are active in their learning, they have to access the tools that were given to them in the classroom to solve problems, go deeper into things, analyze and express. So it's exactly the type of program that we promote.
I was doing effects of depression on people with chronic heart disease. I didn't know what I was going to do for it at first. And then, because I was trying to make like a regular heart, but that didn't really work out. So I looked up pictures of like a real heart and I tried to do that. And it turned out Pretty good then.
I wanted to show what I meant throughout the project. Like, one hand was white because it was to show the Caucasian community, and the other one was going shades like from dark brown to light to show the African American, Asian, and the Hispanic community, you know, as well.
At first I was about to do a paper with just drawing the heart, and I was like, no, I could do more than that. When you think of heart failure, it's like pain and everything. That's why I got the toothpicks and put it in the heart.
I think I have this idea in my head of showing this unnamed patients of any type of disease. So let's show a dude in a wheelchair who's unnamed and have the lighting darker so you can't see his face, so it represents the everyday man.
Students get a feeling of achievement. They're very proud of their work, even if they didn't win anything. I mean, they are excited about the end result.
The payoff for me is seeing my artwork, and it's something that I can probably try to keep forever. It's going to be right there on the mantle, on the fireplace, and it's going to be sitting up.
We let them know, like, you are not only representing yourself, you're making me really proud, you've represented the school really well, and you've represented your community. You're representing Cleveland Clinic, which is a world-renowned hospital. That's huge.
We've got students who are engaged, who are interested, they're looking at things differently, and what happens? Well, hopefully they'll come back and then they'll give to the community. They might come work at the Cleveland Clinic. They might inspire something else going on. Everybody is sort of getting sparks from everybody else.
The project allowed them to look at people beyond the school community. So there was a lot about building empathy towards other people outside of the school community, but now they get a glimpse at what people in the world are struggling with on a daily basis.
This just, can just be a starting point to lead to so many things once they leave this building.
What you see in research projects when you read them on paper isn't just a bunch of data someone collected. It actually impacts people.
The thought of young talent experiencing and exploring and discovering parts of themselves that they never knew and relating it to healthcare or medicine just fills me with hope for the future.
You'll see yourself in a different way when you do it, because not many people have a voice, and it gives you a voice, and it shows people what you know and how you feel about everything around you.